somebody special from the Oshea Words of Bullets team. Antrone Harris, what's up, man? Let's clap it in for this king right here, man.
He is the Oshea.
He is the Oshea.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Man, we appreciate you, man. I know you're out there with your family. You staying busy, brother. We applaud you, brother.
Hey, man, I'm trying, man. I've been waiting to get on you guys' show, man. I've been following you guys, actually, man. I like what I've been seeing.
Oh, man.
Thank you very much, bro.
You don't know what that does for us, brother. We appreciate you, man. we gotta make our rounds, man. We try and get all to everybody, but it's how it is.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
You know how it is. So, Antrone, go ahead and tell us a bit about yourself, man. We met you on the. It's crazy because I seen your pictures in some in independent films or whatever, and I was like, I'm like, I keep saying, I'm like, who's this guy? Then when I finally met you, I'm like, that's the guy right there.
No, that's the guy that's on the Amazon. That's him.
That's him, man.
That's him.
Yeah. So tell us a bit about yourself, man. How you got started in acting, man, and what transferred you into getting to Oshea.
Right. Well, actually, I'm from South Florida, and I have a football background. And I went to the University of Southern Mississippi on a football scholarship. After I finished there, I pursued the NFL, but that didn't work out too well. And so I relocated to Houston. When I relocated to Houston, I had I picked up this little gig, a little security gig, and I actually met a good buddy of mine. As a matter of fact, we've been rocking since the first time I met this dude. By the way, his name is Shannon Washington. Matter of fact, shout out to Shannon Washington, man. He's a local producer, director right out here in Houston as well. And he told me that he was a local filmmaker. He's like, hey man, you got a good look for the camera. And I was like, whoa, hold on, what you mean, bro? Like, what you mean good look for the camera? And he was like, no, man, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing like that, man. He was like, I'm a writer, I'm a director, producer out here. And I was like, seriously? He was like, yeah, man. Like, so you do like real films and stuff? He was like, yeah, man, I do independent films. He was like, matter of fact, I have a 24-hour film festival that's taking place this weekend. I said, really? He was like, yeah, man, you should come through. I said, okay. He was like, you wanna get on? You wanna be on the film? I was like, man, I never did it, but I'll try it, So I think it was a Friday night. He gave me his car. I got home and I was just chilling at home, man. I ain't had nothing to do. And I just happened to look over on my counter. His car was just sitting there. And I was like, man, let me give him a call, see what's up. So I called him. And he was like, hey, man, what's up, man? We down here on set. And I was like, I put the phone away. And I'm like, man, serious, And so he gave me the address. I went down there and he introduced me to everyone. He was like, man, this is our set. It's a little crazy. You guys know how it is on set. It'd be a little chaos out there, And he was like, man, get in there. And I was like, get in there. He was like, yeah, just get in there. And I was like, man, and I'm supposed to have lines or something, right? He was like, oh, man, don't worry about it, man. Just get in there, and just ad-lib. Man, I was so green that I didn't even know what ad-lib meant, So I was like, man, like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
He was like, man, whatever comes to your mind, just say it. And I was like, all right, cool. And so I got in. And I was playing the best friend of a dude. He was going through it. Like, his girlfriend broke up with him and it'd been like weeks. And so what I said, I said something crazy, right? And they was like, cut. So basically what I said, I was like, I said, like, I know what you need. And he was like, you know what I need? What's that? I was like, you need some panties. So they said, cut. And I was like, oh, snap. They about to kick me out of here. They bust out laughing. They was like, oh, I was like, okay, well, what's going on? They was like, yeah, that's cool, man. And they was like, man, you a natural. So after that, man, little did I know it was an agent sitting around um on the set watching, and she introduced herself to me, and it took off from there. Just to give you like a little small snippet of
Yeah.
how my career started. After
Yeah.
that, man, I want to say my very first audition, I auditioned for a Denzel Washington movie called Two Guns. I don't know if you guys heard of that.
Yeah.
I saw it.
remember
Yeah, I
that.
remember that movie.
That was my very first audition that I auditioned for. And then after that, my very first project that I got picked up on was Popeyes, and that was that was shot in New Orleans, and that was a very great experience for myself. And after that, man, I found myself in New York City auditioning for some major television shows. I didn't know how I got there. I mean, honestly, I only thing I could say it was all God. You know what I mean? And I guess you could say I got bit with the acting bug, and 11 years now, here I am. This is a full career for me. So, that's how I got started, and that's my little story there.
Oh, that's
Oh.
good, man. That's good. What would you say has been the most influential piece of advice that you've gotten along your journey in acting so far that helped you along the way?
You have to have thick skin in this business. A lady named Ruthie Aguilera. I had met her actually in New Jersey. Well, no, I met her here in Houston. They flew me out to New Jersey with her, and she ended up being my coach. And she said, if you want to do this business, you have to have thick skin in this business, because you're gonna get a lot of no's, but you're gonna get that yes. When you get that yes, it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna wash away all those no's, which is very true.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are gonna be very, people are cruel, man.
Man.
Very, and they're gonna hurt your feelings, and and a lot of times you're gonna do a lot of these different auditions. You're gonna come across these projects, and you're like, dang, I nailed it. I know I did a great job. This casting director's gonna be like, man, you did a great job, good job, right? And you say, okay, well, I'm gonna wait for my phone call. And you never get that call. Like, man, I auditioned for Tyler Perry over 40 times, literally
Wow.
over 40 times. And I never got the call. I got callbacks, but I never got the call saying, hey, boom, you got it. And I just got a audition for BET. So now, once I do an audition, I have a forgetful memory. So whenever it comes back, I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. Let's work. But other than that, man, I leave it alone. But at that moment, I can say another great piece of advice that she gave me: when you're auditioning and you have the role to audition for, that's actually your role then. So nobody can tell you how to do that or how to perform that role, because it's yours. At that moment, that role is yours. You know what I'm saying? So you own that then. Then after that, you give it back. And if they like it, they like what you're bringing. If you fit the character, the specs, and everything, then you guys gonna collab. And then what's for you is for you. But that was the best piece of advice for me, that I've always carried throughout my career.
How did you and Eric meet up?
Me and Eric met. I want to say me and Eric met probably back in 2015, actually on one of his sets. The name of the series, man, what was the name of it? It was a short film. It was like Eric had created this. He created this short film, and it's right at the tip of my tongue, man. I can't even remember it. But anyways, yeah, he created this. It was like an action film.
Mm-hmm.
And it was on his set actually. And another guy named Greg, R.I.P. to him, he passed away. I think about last year. Me and him, we played side by side, as cops. So yeah, we collabed on his show, and then after that, O'Shea was already in the making, and Greg that passed away, he was the original O'Shea. And what was told to me that Greg went to Eric and he was like, "Hey man, that's the O'Shea right there. I would like to step down and give him that role because I know he can carry that a lot better." So that was a very selfless act of Greg. I don't know how many people would do something like that, man. That was a real stand-up guy.
Yeah, man. I agree on that, man. And I know y'all, y'all shared that with us in the events that we were a part of.
Right.
And like I said, RP, to Greg and Hearts of Prayers, his family. I know that happened during that time, but always got to pay respect to the ones that were, give respect to us. So, the words of Chadwick Boseman when he was speaking to Denzel, let those who get watered be watered, man. And it's also crazy to me that you saying that you tried for Tyler Perry's and went to New York and everything, and it's always crazy when you hear about the Jim Carreys or when the Denzels or the other actors, well-known actors, when people said they passed them up, and then we see their body of work and what they have done, and the same thing for you, man. Like during those doing those first 2 episodes or just meeting you and talking to you, bro, you have it, man. You a damn good actor, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Damn
Thank
good.
you. Thank you. That
Yeah.
means a lot, man.
Yeah,
Thank
bro.
you.
I can remember the first set I was on was when you all were downtown shooting the scene. And I could just remember from the director to the star of the show, you all walked around and spoke to everybody that showed up and thanked them for coming out. And that says a lot, because not a lot of people do that, and the type of energy that you all have on set of the Oshea series is really good, and it's a positive vibe. And I think it makes for a good environment to thrive in. Can you speak to more to just how it is on set for you, the type of like what do you do when you get prepared to come to set and deal with so many different personalities? How do you manage all that? Because you take on several roles other than just acting. And so, like, what is your process for just dealing with everything and bringing that energy?
I've learned a lot from my past experiences. I never forgot. I could use one, for instance, that really stuck with me, and that was when I was on the set of Taco Cabana. I was actually a extra on that show, on that commercial, and I think it was in the winter time. Actually, we shot in the winter time. We actually shot out there in San Antonio, right? And it was very cold outside. And during that time when we were shooting, whenever they break, they wouldn't let the extras inside the building to get warm, or they wouldn't let the extras inside the trailers with the other stars, or if they were union, things like that, right? But they'll come out with the food, and the food will end up getting cold, because we're standing out there in the cold. And I was sitting there and I was like, man, these people that are above the line and these people that are the actual stars or co-stars and things like that, why aren't they looking out for us? You know what I'm saying? Because we're human beings too. We all have feelings too. So when I sat there and I was just, just analyzing everything, just taking everything in, I was like, you know what? Whenever I start making some moves and making some strides, I would never treat anyone else like that, because I know how that feels. You know what I'm saying? I would never let other people sit outside in the cold. Well, if they sit outside, I'm going to sit out there with them. You know what I'm saying? If I have a trailer, I'm going to say, hey, man, however many of you guys can come in here, get warm. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to treat them like y'all treating me. You know what I mean? And that's something that always stuck with me, man. And I want to do others like, how I want to be done. And I feel, extras, they make the show or they make the film.
Yeah.
Without those people, those are characters too. Without them, there is no show. There is no film, you know. And I make it a point where, you know, I will stop and go around, like Chris said, and greet everyone and introduce myself to them. Hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming. Thank you. You know, I thank you for having you on the show. You know, thank you for coming to be a part of what we're doing, because it's, you know, you're important, you know. So that's something that always stuck with me, and you know, and I always, you know, try to carry myself like that.
Yeah, I remember that night too. They had told us, they said, okay, when Oshea come, we gonna need everybody to part like the Red Sea. And I'm like, man, who is this man? Like, I'm like, who is this? And everybody's supposed to say, here comes Oshea, here comes Oshea. Man, and that was a good night, because I remember we got fed that night. I was very greedy. I had went back and grabbed a lot of pieces. So,
yeah, man, that was
I think actually I remember that. You talking about the crime scene, right?
Yeah, the crime scene. Yeah,
we're not broken scene, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was when James was doing.
Man, okay, so Antrone, let me say,
James, you were there too, right?
Yeah, bro. So let me tell you about that scene, man. 'Cause like, so like, okay, so I know y'all was getting ready, y'all was trying to get your lines down and everything, and Eric had everybody, you know, sit up in the cops and everything, and so of course it was cold outside, and Eric was talking about, man, y'all not really acting like a mob, you know, I need y'all to, you know, loosen up, act like how y'all see on the TV, whatever. And I said, oh, I can do whatever I want. He said, dude, bro, do whatever. I'm like, okay, bet. So I'm like, I got you. So I was the one. I was the one who got everybody to start saying no justice, no peace, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he was like, man, you good? And I said, hey, man, you told me, dude, because like, you know, when you're extra, you're not so certain on what you can fully do.
Right.
Until you get the green light from it. And then I like, I can do whatever I want. He said, yeah. I said, man, where the camera at, bro? So I got in front. I went ham in the camera, man. I said, no.
Yeah, you did. I specifically remember that, man. I was like, man, because we went back and we watched it. You know, we always go back and we'll watch, you know, the performance or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I remember James here, I think it was the news reporter camera, right?
Yeah.
Right. We went over there too. He was like, you cannot let this happen. That's my brother. That's my brother.
Yeah.
I was like, who is this dude?
Then it trickled down. That's my cousin. And then another person say that's my cousin.
I said, yeah, I think we need him. That was a good night, man. And you know, I don't think I ever mentioned it to you, but man, you brought that to life, man. I actually fed off of you, man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, that was cool, man. I like that a lot.
Man, appreciate it, man. I just try to find, like, I'm like, me and Chris and Mike was talking earlier, like when we're creating or whatever, we try to find something that works or something that doesn't work, and we like, nah, dismiss that. And like, when I'm in the scene or if I'm writing something, I try to find something that's missing or something that fits right for that.
Right.
And I just fit off that little actor instinct, whatever. I'm like, I'm looking at I'm going by what Eric said. I'm looking at how everybody else is cold. I'm like, nah, we need some energy. So I just like, man, where that camera at, bro? I start going ham in it, man. So,
hey, man, I don't know how you flipped around there to the camera like that. And you went back, and then the camera specifically followed you after that, man. I was like, hey, I gotta step this up because he about to steal the show from me. I was like, brother about to make me compete out here, man.
Man, it was so much fun, brother.
Mike, he was going back and forth from the body to the camera, and the camera was following him. I was like, I'm gonna jump in and hey, brother, now you need to bring this down a bit.
Yeah, you need to tone it down.
About me.
It's not true.
No, man, you did an awesome job, dude. You did an awesome job.
Man, y'all did an awesome job by just coming in, and that was like, that whole scene right there was just so dope and fun. For how we just backed up and y'all just came in, and then like I like it when we was at the event this past weekend or the weekend before. and you was talking about how you imitate, you get a little Pac, you got a little bit of Malcolm X in, and the second episode when you're giving that speech, and I'm just sitting there watching, and I'm like, dude, I was like, yeah, I see all of that wrapped in that character Oshea. So I'm like, man, yes, bro, yeah.
What is it about the character Oshea that resonates with you the most?
That he's the voice for the people. That he's the voice for the people, and we need that, man. This show is so real, and it's so now. You know what I'm saying? And we really don't have no one to speak for us. And I feel if we get so many people watching this show, things are gonna change. And if it don't change right then, it's gonna change later, because we're not gonna stop. Every time something happens, we're gonna implement it in the show some kind of way and put it back in their face. Like, hey, this is what's happening, and we're not getting there's no resolution. We're not getting nothing is being resolved. There's no change happening. We're doing all these marches, these protests, and you guys pat us on the back. Then 6 months later, you sweep it under the rug, and it all happening again.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict, what's your take on that? We had our discussion earlier about it, and I wanted to ask you that question because I feel like if Oshea was a real character, he'd be going off right now.
Yeah. Definitely, man. I can tell you this. Oshea will definitely have a speech.
Yeah.
There will be a speech happening after the verdict came out. There will be a speech. I will be gathering everyone up to give a great speech. And my heart goes out to the families that lost those victims. And yeah, man, I think things should have been a different type of way, man. That definitely made me feel some type of way, especially when it's presented right before our eyes. And then you stand there and you're watching this person break down and putting this award. Man, he should receive an Oscars for that, man.
Man.
Yeah,
really. He had a great performance. That's what I think, and I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah. We understand.
It really takes the thoughts out of you. Like, don't know what really to say, because we said the same thing. We was like,
yeah. Now, had it been a different,
pigmentation.
Yeah.
Less melanated.
Yeah, I don't think it'd have been. I don't think the verdict would have been the same. You know what I'm saying? I think it. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even think it would be televised. We're not gonna waste our time. You already know where this gonna go.
So. Yeah, absolutely.
You're real deep, man, and that's what we like about Oshea Words of Bullets.
Mm-hmm.
Is getting these real things that occurrence in life, and y'all putting it right there for us.
Right.
You're giving it a voice to it, like you said, the voice of the voiceless. And we need a platform where we can talk about these things and figure this stuff out, because it keeps happening over and over again.
Yeah, man. I thank Eric for giving me the opportunity, man, to bring this character to life.
Mm-hmm.
And to present it to the world.
Yeah.
Because we need it, man. I read the script. I read, and the script been revised since I first read it. And man, now I'm excited for you guys to see what's to come, because it's about to get crazy. How they say bananas. It's about to go down.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward.
The emotional toll playing Oshea, do you take it home with you? Like, how do you deactivate from, okay, I'm Antrone now, not Oshea? Because I say that to say this. When I did my scene, Vance Sims, and cried, and I had to pull that from a very dark place. That door I thought was closed, and I cracked it open just a little bit to work those emotions. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, I didn't go to work for the next 3 days.
Yeah. And that, that's that right there. When you taking on these different characters and the darker characters that you take on, or some of these not so good characters, to me, I can't speak for everyone else, you know, I believe that those are spirits that you take on. Honestly. Right? So how I do it, myself, I pray afterwards. And I just, I ask God to release. I'm a believer, man. So, I ask God to relieve me from it, and that's how I break away from, I separate Antrone from whatever character that I'm playing, because, man, I can go to a stage play. I've done stage plays as well, and there's been some characters where I had some real dark characters, and when I'm performing, I'm okay out there, but I know I'm someone else, right? But after I finish, that's when it all hits me, and I'm weak, like I'm drenched. I'm like tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired, and I'm like, man, I wasn't really doing anything. I was just up there, like, just going back and forth, giving lines. It was nothing like rehearsal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But when you actually performing it, when you're really performing and you really go there, that's a whole nother realm you entered into. Because honestly, man, when I enter other places, I don't see what's going around me. I don't see no one. Like, that's why I don't get nervous when it's a lot of people while I'm doing a speech or I'm speaking in front of 2,000 people, because to be honest with you, I'm telling you the truth, I don't see them because I'm somewhere else. I go on the trends. You know what I'm saying? It may sound crazy, but I go that deep. And when you go that deep, you have to come back from that. You got to find some kind of way to release that, because then it can become you. You know what I mean? Absolutely. And the best way that I know how to do it, I pray and talk to God, and it releases. That's how I'm able to snap out of it and go into it. Yeah. And then knowing that it's a job.
Right.
Gotcha. Right. I agree, brother. I totally agree with you, man. It was something that Eric told us about you when you were about to read for Oshea. He was saying, I can't remember everything verbatim. He was saying like it was a car ride or something like that, and he gave you the script. Or of course, you can correct me if I'm wrong. And you went over the script, and by the time it was ready for y'all to perform it, you had it like right there. Yeah. So to me, I'm like, man, like when I go over a script, I'm trying to memorize something, I got to get a pen and paper out and I write, and then I go over it. Then I'll go back and forth to it till I memorize it and have it in my head. What are some of the things that you do to memorize lines?
I don't try.
Don't try.
I don't try to remember it. Yeah, I will read it. I will read the script or the scene.
Yeah.
And I get familiar and know what it's about.
Yeah.
And then I actually listen to what someone else is saying. So when I listen to what you're saying, it only makes sense, and it's only natural for me to respond that way. What this script is saying. So that's how I remember it, like that. So yeah, that's how I do
it. That's a great tip, though, and it's cool, man, because everybody got their certain ways. Because somebody asked me, "How you memorize your stuff?" I'm like, I just write, and then I go through it, and I have it so embedded, and I imagine it. Then I like, oh, and that's how it comes from me. And I just love hearing everybody's way.
A lot of times, and another way it really helps me. Every line means something. I understand that, but the thing is, every line have to make me feel some type of way. And if I understand why I'm feeling that way, then I understand what's going on in the script, and I understand why I'm saying this. So it makes me remember it that fast. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. So,
yeah. I just break it all down, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be a student of it too, man.
Oh yes. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, brother. So with all that being said, man, so I know it's a lot of projects you've been a part of. What was the most craziest or the most fun project you've been a part of that you just had? You was like, man, this is it. This is fun. What's name one of them or a few of them that you've been a part of?
I love O'Shea. Let me say that I love O'Shea
Oh yes.
because of how close knit we are. You know what I'm saying? We're really laid back on set. Let me see another project when I actually did the what is it called? The Killer's Couple and Fatal Attraction. I did that.
Nice.
I shot that actually in Tennessee, and it was in the snow. But they had us in these big cottages and stuff like that, and they had food everywhere. Man, I'm a foodie, bro. So
Yeah.
if you got you got good food. Hey, what's wrong with that, man? You over there by the table. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
that was, and we was out there having snowball fights, and they was like, "Hey, man, Axton, what are you guys doing?" Cameraman. So that was a lot of fun, man. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Also Drop Dead Diva. That was a lot of fun too. That was on Lifetime.
Wow.
And again, they had catered food. I really loved that one because they was cooking the food right there on set in front of me. Like, hey, Mr. Harris, what do you want? Oh, yeah, really? It's like that, okay? All right. Matter of fact, let me get 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they doing the whole, driving you in. And, yeah, we got the talent coming in right now. Like, hey, people are waving and everything. I'm like, oh, I'm a celebrity for real, man. What's up?
Hey.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. Yeah, that's I could say that's where I had my most fun at on those
Gotcha,
sets.
man. Oh
Yeah.
man, that's hilarious. Acting like a big kid throwing snowballs at everybody,
Yeah,
man.
man, that was a lot of fun, man. That was a lot of fun.
Well, they
Yes,
say
sir.
when you don't when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
It's very true. It's very true, man. Very true. And, I remember when I first started, I used to tell people like, man, look, I can do this all day and all night till I fall out, and it don't feel like work,
Yeah.
it don't feel like work. And then when you have everyone else around you loving the same thing and they're loving it too, and it's gonna make the project that more exciting, and it looks that great on camera, man, it make it that much, better for everyone. It's easy, and so yeah, just surrounding yourself with that great energy and stuff, man.
Yeah, I agree, brother. And I love your story, man. How like you said, Florida kid. Somebody told you like just go ahead, get on in there, and we
Yeah,
we never really. You always hear stories about that. Like some people like I just got in there and just started acting, but your
right,
story is so dope because you like you said you were so green, you don't know this and that, but you just went
right,
for it and caught that bug, and then where you at now, you've been on set and professional sets, and you getting
right.
that taste of celebrity, of how it feels to be on set and how you carry yourself. And what I was going to ask, I was actually, what was your position in football, man? Because it seemed like you have that natural born leadership mentality, the way how you
I,
carry yourself.
I was a safety in college,
Okay.
but in high school I was a linebacker. I pretty much played every position growing up, but once I got to high school and college, I was a linebacker, and then I transitioned to a safety. Yeah, free safety.
Okay.
Free safety, strong safety, man. I was pretty fast. Well, I was very aggressive, like to hit. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, since we're on the topic of football,
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
what's your favorite football team, brother?
Man, I
gotta check
don't
you
have
out.
a favorite football team,
I
but
gotta
my
check
family,
you
I
out.
can tell you my family. My
Go
family
ahead.
love the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Let's go.
You know.
Let's go. Hey, when
Oh,
we
okay.
was doing,
Yeah, Steelers Nation over there,
we're
man.
still a nation over there, baby. Hey,
Yeah,
when
man.
when we
You'll
had
be
did
all
our
right with my family, bro.
when we had did our table read, we had did a Zoom meeting, and he was like, I don't know that guy in there. He got this Steeler flag back there. I'm like, hold on now. This relationship can be make or break. What you about to say? Look, I really honestly, I took a pin like, what he about to say? What he about to say about the Steelers? Because I'm about to quote him.
Oh man. So man, we about to get you wrap it up in a few and get you out of here, bro. So you get back to your family, man. So what is it does Antrone love to do when he's not on set or not in, being Oshea? What does Antrone like to do in his spare time?
Man, I just like being with my family, man, my kids and stuff, man. Either that or trying to work out,
I like
But
you say
most of the
try.
time-
Yeah.
Yeah, try. I'm trying to work out. Trying to work out. But yeah, it's my kids, man.
Yeah.
Just my kids, pretty much. Yep.
Gotcha, man. That's beautiful, brother. That's good. Spending time with the kiddos, man. That's
Yep.
what's up, brother. So man, so once again, man, appreciate you again, bro. It was fun, man.
Thank you. Had a lot of fun, man. Appreciate you guys for having me on your show, man.
No problem, man.
You guys,
Appreciate you.
three brothers, man. I love what you guys are doing, man. And just acting up. Man, where you guys get that name from?
Who came up with that name?
I think we talked about this and what's gonna be our name.
Yeah, because we had to find, because every name we kept thinking of, someone had already had it, or it was like, let's go with, I was like, I think it was Mike said it. I was like, that's a good name. Let's see.
That's a very catchy name, man. I love it, man. I love the animation and everything, man. That's dope, bro. That's dope. I like it a lot. You guys keep going, man. I definitely come back, man. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Hell yeah, man. Appreciate it, brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir. Be safe out there.
Take it easy, brother.
All right, now. You guys be cool. Yo, what's up, good people? My name is Antrone Harris. What you guys are about to get ready to see now is a few scenes, a few clips from the Oshea TV series. All right. Yeah, enjoy it.
We've heard the screams of our brothers, our sisters, our mothers. If I have to fall so that he can fly, I'd rather sleep with my ancestors.
A young boy lost his life, had his whole life stolen away from him, gunned down for no cause at all.
We can't change if y'all don't change!
I shot this kid, he was harmed. Father, gunned down right here in our community, we couldn't do nothing about it.
And his organization. Law and order is what matters most. The rest stay those ocean silence. What's your plan?
You run for mayor.
We all did.
Good. Come on.
Your campaign, man?
We have a goal. If he